And welcome into this edition of ACAP Today for the week of June 6th, 2022. I'm Jason Parent with the Aroostook County Action Program. On this week's edition of ACAP Today, we're going to talk about some new and exciting partnerships with public school programs and ACAP's own Head Start program and Early Head Start program right here in Aroostook County. We're going to focus our attention to the northern part of Aroostook County, where there's some new and exciting partnerships that get underway officially later this year. And many of the children in the communities, those communities up north, will certainly benefit from those partnerships. We're going to get to that in just a moment, but before we do that, we're first going to get to the news and information that you can use again for this week of June 6th, 2022. And we begin with this. You may have heard this through the media last week or our conversation recently on ACAP Today, that we are looking for Aroostook County artists to celebrate and participate in a potato bag design contest. It's a 5-pound potato bag for ACAP's 50th anniversary potato plot. That's a courtesy project, a partnership project between GB&D Pelletier Farms up in St. John and Fort Kent area, and Northeast Packaging, who's donating the design and production of the bag. We are looking for artists across Aroostook County that want to put together a design that really covers the rich tradition of agriculture here in Aroostook County, as well as the community action movement and ACAP specifically in Aroostook County over the last 5 decades. We're encouraging folks to visit acap-me.org/potato-bag/contest to get the contest rules, get information about the contest, and you can actually upload your submission right on that website. We're looking for folks across Aroostook County, whether you've been touched by ACAP services or not. It would be great if you have been a beneficiary of ACAP services over the years, to let us know that when you do send in your submission. We'd love to be able to have that connect opportunity with you as well. But please do consider, if you know an artist out there, getting this information to them. And this is open to all ages across Aroostook County, so the very young to the young at heart out there who would like to submit a submission for this art bag design contest. And speaking of things in the community that we want to make you aware of related to nutrition, the plant-based milk instead of baby formula question that's happening with WIC, we're going to be providing you with a tip each week during this formula shortage. And our tip for this week is to remind you that milk alternatives are not recommended for babies under 1 year of age. Soy milk can in fact be an option to give to babies who are close to the year of age for a few days, but always buy the kind that is fortified with protein and calcium. Change back to formula as soon as possible and avoid almond milk or other plant milks, as these are often low in protein and minerals. Now, if you're a WIC participant and ACAP operates the WIC program here in Aroostook County, you can get formula from your local WIC office. Now, we're encouraging folks who are not part of the WIC program to consider looking into the WIC program. You may be surprised the eligibility requirements are quite high as it relates to this program. So you more than likely are eligible for WIC, or there's a good chance that you're eligible for WIC. But please give us a call here at the agency at 764-3721 if you want more information on the WIC program. And if you are a WIC customer, please connect with our WIC program to access the formula that we do have available. We have a limited supply, but we do have some available for families here. We want to also, we just talked about this a moment ago, but the ACAP 50th anniversary potato plot was launched last week, and we want to express our gratitude to members of the Pelletier family, the GBD Pelletier farm family, that are pictured here as part of this event where we planted potatoes, specifically our Head Start students in Fort Kent. We're going to be talking about that program in just a little bit with our guest. Planted potatoes at the base of that sign, and will return in the fall to help us harvest this field along with community members. So there's another opportunity, if you're not artistically inclined, to join us later this year for the hand harvesting of this field. All proceeds from this field, all of the bounty from this field, will be donated to food pantries and community cupboards across Aroostook County. We also want to acknowledge that our celebration for our 50th anniversary will continue and will work into local communities and community festivals. Members of our prevention team and other ACAP teams will be coming to your community throughout the summer as summer festivals roll out from southern Aroostook up to the northern Aroostook part. But June 1st was our official 50th birthday party, and this is one of the photos that was taken at that birthday party with a couple of our board members, our board chair, Trudy Gorno, and vice chair, Gary Sampson there on the center and to your left. Right in the middle of the photo is Pat Good, ACAP's 44-year veteran employee. and then the very first CEO of the newly formed Aroostook County Action Program back in 1974. He was the first newly appointed CEO. That was Norm Fournier. Many of you know him as a county commissioner today. And we thank all of the folks who joined us for this celebration and look forward to continuing to celebrate with you in your various community festivals this summer. We wanted to pass along this information from our friends at Aid for Kids down in southern Aroostook County. They are doing their annual Aroostook Charitable Dental Care Days. They're this week. They're this Monday, as a matter of fact, through this Thursday. They're happening at the Rollerama in Holton. That's at 494 North Street. If you would like information or to schedule an appointment, you can call the number there on your screen. It's 667-6789, and we are encouraging folks to do that. This is a partnership between Aid for Kids, the University of Connecticut Dental School of Medicine, and we are encouraging, again, folks who need basic dental treatment to please consider connecting with this very valuable program that's this week in Holton. And the Home Energy Assistance Program continues to take appointments and also offers emergency fuel alternatives with the cost of fuel so high. We are encouraging folks, even though we're getting into the warmer days of the summer, if you think you might be eligible for the Home Energy Assistance Program, the income eligibility guidelines are there on your screen. They're also available on our website, and we encourage folks to really consider applying. And now is the great time of year to apply because your benefit comes more quickly as we're processing fewer applications this time of year. It also gets you into the queue for an appointment in the next heating season as well. So please do consider giving us a call at 768-3053. We're scheduling appointments within the same week right now, and we have about 6 weeks left to go in this year's program before we change over to a new program cycle. So consider doing that in the next few weeks. Our youth career counseling program continues to look for youths aged 16 through 24, especially those who are out of school at this time for whatever reason. So if you have a high school graduating senior who doesn't have plans for college in the fall and would like to look at options to get into a career preparatory program, this is a great program for you. You can call 554-4137 or email Kathy Williams at kwilliams@acap-me.org. This provides all kinds of supports like help paying for transportation, educational advancement opportunities, job training opportunities, and also things like learning money management skills and supporting any needs like financial support and uniforms and work clothes for any job that might come as a result of this youth career counseling opportunity. So again, please do connect with us. This is a great opportunity for youth, especially those out of school. We're also continuing to offer the support through the Cash Main Coalition, of which ACAP is a partner, for individuals who did not file, for whatever reason, state of Maine income taxes in 2021 or for the year 2021. This is to help individuals access the $850 relief checks that the state of Maine started issuing this month here in June. They've started to issue those. They are offering the opportunity for individuals to file their Maine state income taxes up until October 31st of this year to access these $850 relief checks. 850 is actually the number here because we've actually processed or worked with over 850 households here in Aroostook County to help them access that relief check. Many of them who sit down for an appointment actually do get additional tax return money coming to them. So in addition to the $850 per taxpayer in the household, they also oftentimes receive another return beside that. So we do encourage you to give us a call here at ACAP at 764-3721. If you did not file taxes for the year 2021, so far yet in 2022, and would like to have us help you file those taxes and access the relief payment that could be coming to you this year. I know with the cost of everything, it's providing definitely a lot of relief for folks to have that extra $850 or more coming to them. We're also reminding folks of the Maine Home Assistance Fund program that is now available. This is a federal program that can provide up to $25,000 per eligible household. It's funded through the U.S. Department of Treasury, and here in Maine, it's administered by the Maine Bureau of Consumer Credit Protection. ACAP is involved, but at a distant effort for this. We are able to provide assistance if you need helping to complete the application, helping to complete the online application. If for whatever reason you need help with that, that's what we're here for. You should visit, though, the maine.gov if you have access to the internet, the maine.gov/home home assist website, or then give us a call here if you're unable to access that for whatever reason. This is a very different program than the emergency rental assistance program. It's really for folks who have tried every other possible means, including working with their lender, their mortgage lender, and just are unable to simply make an arrangement to settle with payment. It's also for individuals who are behind for whatever reason on income taxes or other things, utility payments as well. Best thing to do if you have any questions, go to that website or give us a call here at 764-3721. The emergency rental assistance program has had some changes to it, and we're making folks aware of that. Assistance payments are paid directly to the landlord and or utility company for this program. The income guidelines for Aroostook County households to be eligible have shifted, and we have them there listed on your screen. They've been changed slightly, and the new income eligibility guidelines are there on your screen. We've also changed the payment process. There used to be 18 allowable units, which for most folks extended for 18 months. That has been reduced to 12 months. But if you are out there and struggling to pay your rent, we encourage you, and have not already engaged with this program, especially for our seniors in our community, we encourage you to do that. This program will be running out of funds at some point. It's undetermined as to when that will be at this point. But again, if you are interested and in need of assistance in this way and meet these new income eligibility guidelines, we certainly encourage you to reach out to us. You can also go to mainrentrelief.com for additional information. And COVID-19 levels do remain high in most of the state of Maine, including here in Aroostook County. So if you know anyone age 5 or older, or someone in that category, and would like to get COVID-19 vaccinated or are in need of a booster shot, you can visit the website there on your screen. If you are in need of assistance finding a local or nearby place to get a COVID-19 vaccine, you can also give us a call at 764-3721. There is a free vaccine ride that's available, so don't let transportation be an impediment to getting to a vaccine appointment. You can call the number there at the bottom of your screen and reserve for at least 48 hours in advance of a scheduled appointment for a COVID-19 vaccine or booster. And we also shared this with you for a couple of weeks now, and this remains true. There is a third round of free at-home COVID-19 tests that are available through the covidtest.gov website. We are encouraging households who feel that they need these. There are going to be 3 sets of 4 free at-home COVID tests that will come mailed to you, usually shipping within 7 to 12 days. You can order your test online through that covidtest.gov website or call 1-800-232-0233. We're also reminding folks that we also continue to provide COVID-19 community supports for households that are asked to isolate or quarantine because of a COVID diagnosis. This can include providing grocery and meal delivery and other assistance so folks can shelter in place or stay at home. Please do give us a call if you have any questions about this program, or go to the DHHS website and look up COVID community supports, and you can actually make your request for these supports right there online as well. And lastly, if we've not talked about something in this broadcast and you are in need of assistance at this time, if you're finding yourself particularly challenged, please do give us a call at 764-3721. You can reach out to our agency and ask to speak to a navigator, and we can help figure out what we may be able to do, or also link you with other agencies in our community here in Aroostook County that provide services that we don't, and our navigators are well versed on what those services are. So don't just wonder what might be out there for you. Do please connect with us if you are in any need of assistance at this time. And that's this week's news and information that you can use. I'm pleased to welcome 2 individuals to the program who are with ACAP's early care and education programs. And we're going to talk about some very exciting new developments with the programs. And those 2 individuals are Amy Murchison, who's a program coordinator. Amy, welcome back to ACAP Today.
Hi, Jason. Great to be back. Great to see you.
Thank you. Great to see you as well. And I'm also very pleased to welcome in her first appearance on ACAP Today, Karen Page, who is our center manager for our centers Fort Kent North. And that's going to have additional significance in this particular year. Fort Kent is the North Center, Fort Kent South to Caribou, I should say. She is going to talk to us about some new exciting developments that are happening, where there are some new partnerships that are going to allow us to serve more children across, especially the northern half of Aroostook County. So thank you, Karen. Welcome.
Hello, thank you.
So before we get to the new and exciting programs, Amy, why don't you provide us with a little bit of context in terms of how ACAP's early care and education programs, specifically Head Start and Early Head Start, have transitioned over the years to include more robust partnerships to allow more children to access the wonderful things that happen in Head Start, but also to look at some efficiencies that in a county with the shrinking population and just other challenges, the rural challenges and rural nature, have really created some really good synergy between public schools and ACAP, particularly Presque Isle South.
Sure, Jason. So we have been in partnership since 2007 with RSU 50, which is the Southern Aroostook Community School. And we partner with them in their pre-K program, and it's a pre-K Head Start classroom. And that really allows us to reach eligible children who are living in the Southern Aroostook area who may not have had that opportunity to participate in a Head Start program, with our closest Head Start program being in Holton. And it allows us to be in that community and have that presence and provide those comprehensive Head Start services to the children and families that reside in those communities. We also partner with SAD1 Pre-K and offer pre-K services right at our Goulville Center in Presque Isle. And this allows for families who may need childcare for their pre-K student, and they can continue their day right at Gouldville, so they don't have to transition as much. They're getting those pre-K services, and if they're eligible for Head Start, they're getting those comprehensive Head Start services as well. And we also partner with two of our county career and technical education classrooms. So we have a classroom at Region 2 in Holton where high school students, it is their lab. And so the high school students work directly with our Head Start teacher and their teacher through their CTE program and learn on-the-job skills right there in their program at the CTE Center. And we also provide that here in Presque Isle at PIRCTC. And so it's a great opportunity, not just for families who want their child to be involved in a preschool education program and Head Start, but it allows for training of our workforce. So it's a great partnership to have here in Aroostook County. And we've been able to then hire some of those students who have graduated out of those CTE programs and really keep that learning going for them and help build our early childhood workforce here in Aroostook County.
It really does. Those programs really have so many benefits, the intricacies of the nature of being able to connect not only with young children and their families, but as you pointed out, Amy, people looking to go into the career of early care and education with the career and technical education centers and the like. Karen Page, one of the things that Amy spoke about was the wraparound services that are able to be provided through our programs, but also the extended day services, so that if you have working parents who are looking at a traditional preschool program, whether it's half day or not well, it's a full day for school, but not necessarily a full day for a parent's work schedule. There are some exciting new developments that we're looking at, sort of positioning and facing northward. Talk about some of the exciting happenings that you're looking at with some of the school districts in the northern half of our county.
Yeah, sure. So to start right here in Caribou, we are going to be partnering with RSU 39 for the 2022-2023 school year. We'll be housed right here in our Caribou Center location in our collaboration classroom. It'll be really exciting to have that new partnership with Caribou. We also have a new classroom model in Limestone for their 4-year-old pre-K students. Anybody who is Head Start eligible will receive Head Start services, and it'll be a hybrid between ACAP teachers and Limestone teachers and staff running that classroom for the 2022-2023 school year. Exciting news, we also will be opening a Van Buren classroom in the Van Buren school. That is for 3-year-old Head Start. We will be located right in the school with ACAP teachers. If you have any students in the Van Buren area, it's very difficult for them to transport to Caribou. So it's exciting to be able to reach those kiddos with this opportunity. We also have plans for our Fort Kent partnership with SAD 127 or SAD 27, I'm sorry,
Okay.
for 4-year-olds at our ACAP Center in Fort Kent. And we are looking at opening a 3-year-old classroom as well. So that's a new opportunity for those kiddos up in the Fort Kent, Madawaska area.
Great. So Karen, there's a lot of information there. So maybe we could walk through each of those programs one at a time. I'm starting with where you started in RSU 39. So if I'm a parent in the Caribou school system, with a child perhaps entering into the Caribou school system, looking at pre-K, what do I need to know about the Caribou program? What do I need to know about getting my child enrolled in that program, and how it all works in terms of there's going to be the preschool component, and then there's the extended day service opportunity. So talk about all of that.
Sure. First, to apply for our ACAP Head Start a position here in our center, you can go right to our website, acap-me.org, and fill out an application for Head Start. And then once you are in, oh, thank you for that. As far as our wraparound childcare services go, they're located right here in the same center. So like Amy mentioned, it's not a transition from center to school back to center. It's just down the hall. So our services will be from 8 to 2, I believe. It's a full day ACAP, or it's a full day Head Start program. And then any childcare that's needed after, if they have a position in our childcare room, will make the walk down the hallway to that classroom.
Great. So obviously we'll be partnering with RSU 39 in terms of getting that messaging out to parents. So if that's something that a parent, specifically working parents who work the full day, don't have to worry about, gosh, what do I do to get my child to the childcare facility elsewhere? They can have it all done right there in the building.
Yes, that's very exciting.
Talk a little bit about the Head Start curriculum. Both you and Amy have been sharing about how it's certainly a unique curriculum and an enriching one, and one that really engages the entire family. What are some of the benefits that families can anticipate as part of being a Head Start parent, Head Start family?
So all of our Head Start classrooms will be using our high scope curriculum. It's a play-based curriculum where they learn through exploring and engaging with peers. It's very student-led. So the teachers kind of take a secondary seat to the students' learning. The students really lead the learning and the play. And this will be in all of our classrooms from Fort Kent to Caribou, all the way down to Dyer Brook. This curriculum, all of our partnerships will be matching this curriculum and the assessments that follow with it. Amy, do you have anything to add to that?
Sure, Karen. Along with that curriculum use and support for teachers receive coaching services so they can continuously build their skills in the use of our curriculum. But it also allows for comprehensive services. So Head Start offers medical follow-up support. So if a family needs support with filling out a main care application or making sure their child's up to date on their well child checks, we also do some health screenings, blood pressure, heights and weights, vision, hearing, developmental screenings. Also, Head Start families are linked with a family coach. So if they want additional support around maybe pursuing a high set or a high school diploma or college education or owning a home, our family coach can support them with their family goals and dreams. And we also partner with other programs within ACAP and outside, but certainly if a family wants to access WIC, we're supporting them with that, along with 5210 and our other prevention programs. If families are needing those services, we can link them quickly within our agency. And then also, our family coaches, our staff at the centers are very well versed in community resources. And so if families are saying, I really need some support, we can help access those community resources. We also have mental health consultants that support our programs and can support families and children with whatever needs they have. So it's very comprehensive, from our curriculum to the additional supports that we provide with Head Start.
It truly is, Amy, and so we have Limestone, Van Buren, and Fort Kent. There are also new partnership agreements with. Karen, the one in Limestone differs from the one in Caribou in that the one in Limestone actually takes our program on the road, if you will, into the school district there. So talk about how folks will access that program. And this one, does it sound a little bit, to me anyway, sounds a little bit more like what we're doing in Dyer Brook? Is that your understanding as well?
Yeah, I think so. We're working closely with the Limestone school system to really allow the children and family to benefit from both the community school and from ACAP. So they're going to have multiple resources available to them, and it's going to be a great partnership. Amy, do you have anything to add to that?
Sure, Karen. I think it is very similar. And with each school district, with each CTE program, our leadership meets with their leadership and really goes through what we can offer, what they can offer, and really individualizes to that school system or that CTE program. And so I think that's what's been so wonderful about these partnerships really coming up for our next program year is hopefully, we can bring Head Start services into those communities, and those communities can bring what they have to offer for families as well in their public school. So it's great. So what works in Limestone may look a little bit different in Van Buren, but that's because Van Buren's a little bit different, and that's okay. And we want to really build that partnership.
It does, Amy, and in the case of Van Buren, if I'm not mistaken, we're actually adding a service that's for an age group that's not currently offered, because I think Karen mentioned it's for 3-year-olds, correct?
Yes.
That is correct, Jason, and that's very exciting for Van Buren. It's a bit of a drive. If someone had a 3-year-old and wanted a Head Start experience, they would have to drive to Caribou, and we all know winter and all of that, and the price of gas, it's very expensive. So this opens up that opportunity for families who have 3-year-olds in Van Buren to have that preschool experience right at the public school. So the school their child will be attending when they go to pre-K and when they go to kindergarten and on. So it's a great opportunity for that community.
Yes, indeed. Now, Karen, you have been overseeing our Fort Kent Center for some time now, and that center is going to be seeing some transformation happening in terms of the people that will be serving and the number of individuals and children and families will be serving through that center beginning this fall as a result of that partnership you mentioned with SAD 27. So talk a little bit about what that one will look like for the folks of the greater Fort Kent and St. John Valley area.
So currently our Fort Kent Center kind of does a hybrid with the public school where our kids come a few days and then they can go a few days at the public school. We are opening a full day, full week class for 4-year-olds. So they will spend their full time at ACAP. But we are also looking to open a 3-year-old's classroom, which will give them 2 years of Head Start experience before entering the kindergarten level at the Fort Kent elementary school. So that's a little different than what we're doing right now. And I think that having full day will really give parents an opportunity to, like Amy mentioned earlier, it helps with their work schedule, and it just allows for our children and our staff to have more time to work on those preschool level skills.
Yeah, and speaking of those preschool level skills, Amy, that really is a lot of the direction that Head Start has been heading. And you mentioned about the wraparound services and the support for families that happens within Head Start. But on the specific curriculum level, there's a lot of demonstrated evidence and that's very clear about the extended, what we call in your business, I know, a dose and duration. So talk about the benefits that we're seeing that children who are, we're talking about from what Karen just noted, a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old program, and that extended opportunity to be connected with a program like Head Start, and what a difference that's making in terms of school readiness for children.
Yes, Jason. So several years ago, Head Start really opened the opportunity for Head Start classrooms to be called duration. So that 6-hour, 5-day-a-week. And that really allows children to have lots of opportunities to gain skills through curriculum. And as Karen talked about, it's very child-driven, child interests around what the children are interested in and learning. And so it helps with, there's less transition for children. So if they had that shorter day, they come in, do the daily schedule and then leave. And now they have a daily schedule at 6 hours. There's more time for learning, more time for interacting with peers, more time with teachers to build that relationship and build those preschool skills. We've done a lot of work with our curriculum and what they call crosswalking with kindergarten expectations and school readiness. And we're really seeing children who leave our program and are ready for kindergarten. And that's such a great success.
Indeed. Karen Page, one of the things that we haven't spoken specifically about is the talent that you do have in terms of your human resource. I was struck in the last week, we've had some recent activity where we've engaged directly with members of your team and gotten to see them working together, working with children in ways that working with children and working with adults as well and connecting with our community. But we've had a lot of opportunity to connect in the last month with your Caribou and Fort Kent teams through some of the celebratory activity that we've done. And I'm struck by both the team spirit that they have, but also the professionalism that they have. So I think that parents who are hearing about this, as I'm sure you can attest, about the opportunity to really be in classrooms and engage with quality early childhood education professionals that really care about the children and families that they serve.
Definitely. We have great teams at both our Caribou and Fort Kent centers. And as we're hiring for our Van Buren and Limestone centers, we are looking for those quality teachers that meet our requirements and have the credentials needed for those classrooms, and that work as a team. And our whole family approach is really important, but that includes working as a team together to meet those needs of the whole family. So I am very proud of our Caribou and Fort Kent teams, and I'm extremely excited to add Limestone and Van Buren to my little group of people.
Amy Murchison, before we wrap this interview up, I just want to give you a quick chance to talk about Head Start. Early Head Start are some of the legacy programs that we offer, but our early care and education programs do include some other programs as well. So if you just want to mention those so that we can make folks aware. I know that childcare is a big one, and that one we do have a wait list on, but talk about that one and talk about our other program that we offer that meets a huge need here in Aroostook County.
Sure, Jason. So as Jason mentioned, we offer Head Start and Early Head Start, Early Head Start in our Caribou, Presque Isle, and Holton areas. And then we've talked a lot about Head Start and where we offer that across the county. We also have childcare classrooms in Holton, Presque Isle, and Caribou. We are full and we do have a wait list. However, we encourage parents to fill out the application online and get on our wait list. We also offer in partnership with Child Development Services opportunities for children who have a developmental delay or disability and have an individualized educational program or an IEP with Child Development Services. We are able to serve children and provide those special education services in our Holton, Caribou, and Presque Isle centers. And then we also can serve children in our Fort Kent center who may have an IEP that need additional supports and services in the classroom.
And I know that we're sort of looking at what's the traditional end of a school year, or right about this time of year, but we're already, of course, looking ahead as we talked about these new partnerships and the like to next fall. So now is really a good time to connect with our programs, to really check into an enrollment opportunity anywhere across Aroostook County. Amy?
Yes, we highly encourage filling out the application, just going through that process, getting on our wait list, and you just never know. And we have openings every once in a while, depending on the program. So it's really important for parents to get on that wait list.
And you also have a wonderful team that helps people through that enrollment process. I know we have some very gifted people who really help support the family through that process, including if you're looking at childcare, helping with the childcare subsidy, but, just the process of the application process, you're not left alone in that process either.
No, and certainly, as your last slide in the beginning part, Jason, is that navigator slide, and that if parents call that navigator, they can certainly link the family to early care and education, but it would also give them that opportunity to potentially be linked with other ACAP programs. And so I would encourage families to also reach out to those navigators.
Indeed. Karen Page, any last thoughts or words from you as you prepare for what is an exciting few months ahead in launching these wonderful new partnership programs with several public schools up in the northern part of the county?
It's going to be a busy summer with Summer Head Start and ESY services, and getting these classrooms ready, furnished, and staffed. And I'm very excited for the opportunities to come for those communities.
Indeed, we are as well. Amy Murchison, any parting words from you as well?
I'm just very excited at the opportunities to partner with local public schools and link families with Head Start services and comprehensive services, and then even linking up into all the services provided under the ACAP umbrella. And so my hope is that we're reaching children and families who maybe we haven't in the past because we haven't had a presence in their community. So hopefully great things for families and great things for early care and education and ACAP.
Indeed. Well, thank you both so much for joining me to talk about these new exciting partnerships. I know that folks in Dyer Brook and in Holton and those regions, as well as in Presque Isle and the Presque Isle area, can certainly speak to the benefit of the wonderful partnership programs we've enjoyed with public schools in those regions. And I'm sure that the people in the RSU 39, Limestone, Van Buren school systems, and also SCD 27 will certainly benefit from those as well. So again, folks out there, if you're looking for additional information on how to connect with these programs, there are a number of resources and sites that you can go to. One is you can give us a call here at the agency and ask to be connected directly with our early care and education program, or call a number there on your screen, call our main line, however you want to call us. We will make sure we get the call designated to the right place. There's also an email address, a general email address box of headstart@acap-me. You can also check out our website, go to the early care and education section of our website where you can apply directly online for Head Start and Early Head Start. And also, as Amy pointed out, if you're interested and in need of childcare, we encourage folks to get on those waiting lists. Things happen and things change rapidly, and some of our centers have longer waiting lists than others. So it's always good to get your family's name on that waiting list. And certainly, if you have a preschooler in need of special services, individual educational plans that Amy spoke about, we're a great resource to connect with, and we encourage you to do that early to make sure that we can help provide those supports for your family. So please, again, give us a call, check out our information online, and connect with the wonderful opportunities that we have for early care and education across Aroostook County. Before we leave you on this edition of ACAP Today, if you are interested in joining that team, and Karen spoke about how we're going to be looking to expand that team and onboard and hire people. As a matter of fact, there's the posting right there for a teacher in Van Buren, a teacher aide in Fort Kent, and other professionals across our agency. So if you have the interest in working in community action, working in a classroom, or connecting with us in other ways, we have these positions currently open. We encourage you to visit acap-me.org to check those out and see if you might have the credentials and if you have the passion to join the great team of ACAP employees across Aroostook County doing great things every day. And lastly, before we leave you on this week's edition, we take you to our photo of the week. And of course, we're celebrating our 50th anniversary. So we're doing throwback snapshots of the week all throughout this year. This takes us back to 1985, where state and local officials came together to mark the first Job Start Loan Program, which is part of our Workforce Development Initiative. It's not called that anymore, but there is a vestige of this program in our Workforce Development Initiative programs that helps individuals access access employment. Included in this photo for individuals that I do in fact recognize is in the upper back left, standing on all the way to the left in the back, is Norm Fournier, who is the very first executive director appointed following the merger. He was appointed in 1974, and he was ACAP's former executive director. And seated in the front row in the middle, many of you folks, especially older folks here in Aroostook County, will remember Maine Governor Joseph Brennan, two-term Democratic Governor Joseph Brennan. He's sitting there in the middle of that particular picture. We're going to be posting this one on our Facebook page, and if you know any of the other individuals in the photo, please do make sure that you let them know that you saw them in this photo, and even tag them if you have them or share information with them. So thank you very much for tuning into this edition of ACAP Today. We will see you next week. We're going to be talking about another very interesting topic about a community event happening here in Central Aroostook this month, in a celebration right here in the county. We'll be back with that next week. Until then, have a great week, everyone.